All right, we're back in session. Back to public comments.
Good afternoon. Beth Whitkey, District 2. I'm not even sure if this is public comment or a point of order, but in Newsweek on 1/19/2018, there's a quote that says, one of the anti-pot activists next to him, the author I assume, unzips a compartment in her purse and shows me their first ever pistol holster. No matter what the county decides, this group tells me, their only option is to protect themselves from the armed pot farmers who are now next door. This has a lot of us very concerned that people that are opposed to cannabis regulation are actually coming to these meetings armed. I think it's important to note that anybody that has a medical cannabis card is not eligible for a concealed carry. We don't have Second Amendment rights. We don't tend to have Fourth Amendment rights. Even under some of these regulations, we don't have Fifth Amendment rights. So I just want to be clear that this chamber is supposed to be gun-free. And I'd like for somebody to answer that. I think that it is a volatile situation, and I don't think any of us should be armed with the exception of law enforcement. So that's my public comment or my point of order. And I would just like to have a zero tolerance policy about firearms in these chambers. I think with the headlines, you know, mass shootings happen on a daily basis in this country. And we should not take this lightly. I have sat here through these deliberations for years now being called a thug. I have also come here publicly and stated a few times that I lost my grandfather to gun violence in the line of duty as a forest ranger in 1942. We continue to grieve his loss. I find it really disheartening that people think that a medical cannabis grower is automatically a gun-toting thug. That's not true. Most of us are not armed. And I'm tired of being slandered in this way. I'm not interested in owning firearms. I would never defend my property with a firearm. If somebody is there to steal from me, they can have it. I'm not going to kill over this. The point of doing medical cannabis and now adult use is we're not out to hurt people. We're out to help people. It's harm reduction. Opiate addiction and abuse helps people.
Thank you, ma'am.
Cannabis helps people. It does not hurt people.
Thank you.
you.
Any more public comments?
Yes, George Fry. My public comment is that the San Andreas Fire Department is going to have a crab feed on February 3rd. And I want the folks in TV land to know that, and that's the biggest source of funds they have to pay their volunteer fire people. So, and they have also folks that are trained in paramedic stuff. So I hope that people will come and support the San Andreas Fire Department's crab feed. Thank you.
Hi, Megan Guthrie, District 2. Not sure what to say. I think we're all pretty tired. I know I am. I know this. We had a Butte fire, and no one's really talking about the fire victims. And that fire was devastating, and it really hit D2. And we're sitting here arguing about a plant. And to be honest with you, I sit here and I watch every single Board of Supervisors meeting on my porch. I don't get to see every single one in person because I have a sick daughter. But I've been fighting this fight since Abigail was born. She's going to be 18 in February. the day she was born, VMRC knocked on our door and asked for funding. And this county has been poor in services, poor in school districts, has devastated our family. And we've seen the lack of services in a poor community. We were out of district for 13 years. We moved back here. My daughter's told that she needs CBD oil. I don't even know what it is. There's an economy up here. When we first moved here, I was on the emergency fire department. We saw a lot of methamphetamine labs, a lot of meth use. I moved back here 13 years later. I see youth, I see an economy, I see up and coming, and I just don't understand why there is this argument over a plant, over medicine. Abigail's doctors don't understand. UCSF doesn't understand. This county was something very special 3 years ago. When we first moved back here and Abigail was in CPR's free medicine program and we would go into the hospitals, they were like, Calaveras County is a very special place. And Calaveras County grows some of the best medicine for their patients. We have a Butte fire rip through here, and I really would like to know who's going to rebuild all of those homes that are lost. What outside of a new economy and us rebuilding I just want to know where all the funding's going to go. And I know my family as a consequence, my daughter, due to all of this fighting and nonsense going on, my daughter's not in school right now. She has the right to free and appropriate public education. She's been to school 20 days this year. She no longer has a program. This county does not support special needs children or the vulnerable or the sick. We have an economy.
Thank you, ma'am.
That's it.
Any other public comments? No other public comments? No? Okay. We will close public comments at this time and adjourn the meeting.